the gravel turns back into clay. Red dust on your sandals, sun dying away. You laughed at my pickup, said that thing still runs. I said it gets me through the mud and under setting suns. You're my back road to your heart, no map, no marked off line, just a busted up truck and your hand in mine. We got miles and miles of maybe and a sky that's falling dark. I don't need a highway, baby, you're my back road to your heart. Yeah. You climbed in the front seat, feet up on the dash, radio half crackling, old pictures in the glass. Told me about your leaving and all you had to prove. I said I ain't scared of distance if it keeps me next to you. You're my back road to your heart, no map, no marked off line, just a busted up truck and your hand in mine. We got miles and miles of maybe and a sky that's falling dark. I don't need a highway, baby, you're my back road to your heart. We learned every fence post, every leaning tree, that old rusted mailbox where you first kissed me. Moonlight on the mirror, your hair a tangled mess. You whispered, can you feel it? I choked on my yes, yeah. Thought it'd be forever, young and wild and short. Didn't see the storm clouds rolling past your door. You're my back road to your heart, no map, no marked off line, just a busted up truck and your hand in mine. We got miles and miles of maybe and a sky that's falling dark. I don't need a highway, baby, you're my back road to your heart. You left with the sunrise, threw bags in your car, said I'll call you Sunday. I watched you drive too far. Weeks turned into winters, small talk turned to snow. Buried all the letters in the field behind the road. I tried chasing bright lights, I tried chasing pay, but every single payday just felt like a way. You're my back road to your heart, no map, no marked off line, just a busted up truck and your hand in mine. We got miles and miles of maybe in a sky that's falling dark. I don't need a highway, baby, you're my back road to your heart. My back road. Years go like taillights, fading out of view. I swore I was over everything about you, till I saw that same sandlot, heard that same screen door, and your shadow on the porch like the night before. You said I got tired of leaving, tired of starting new. Every map I ever followed kept on pointing back to you. You're my back road to my home, to the place I wanna be. Every wrong turn that I took kept curving back to we. We got miles and miles of mercy and a second-hand fresh start. I don't need a highway, baby, you're my back road to my heart. Yeah, you're my back road to my heart. Yeah. mugs in the sink, your jacket on my chair, your lipstick on the rim, that pink. Mornings taste like coffee, and your shoulder on my chest. Nights feel like a long drive where we never need to rest. Sometimes we get stubborn, sometimes we slam doors, but we always circle back to that gravel road of ours. You're my back road to my heart, rough and full of turns. Every fight, every kiss, just another curve we learn. We got miles and miles and maybe in a second-hand fresh start. I don't need a highway, baby. You're my back road to my heart. Oh, yeah. You're my back road to my heart. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If the engine ever wind howling down these canyons, dry as a bone my throat. Another sunrise bleeding red, no promise in its glow. Yeah, promises, they break easy like sun-baked earth. Love's a hard wind blowing, hard wind blowing through me. Takes what it wants, leaves just us. Love's a hard wind blowing, hard wind blowing free. Remember her laugh, a river, cool water on my face. Now just a cracked, dry riverbed, no comfort, no trace. Just echoes, empty echoes in this hollow space. Love's a hard wind blowing, hard wind blowing through me. Takes what it wants, leaves just us. Love's Sunrise burning through the ground. Another day, another dollar wasted time. Same old streets, same old sign. Nothing changes, nothing moves on this assembly line.
My heart's a wrench turning slow. Rust on the gears, nowhere to go.
But then you walked in, a flicker, a spark, a new spin. Oh, this Rust Belt heartbreak. Yeah, this Rust Belt heartbreak. Tearing me down, building me up, for goodness sake, this Rust Belt heartbreak. Oh, this Rust Belt heartbreak. Hey, breaking the mold for love's sweet sake.
Smokestacks coughing out the night. Shadows dancing in the pale moonlight. Every promise, every fight felt like giving up on what was wrong or right.
My spirit a busted fuse. Nothing left to gain, nothing left to lose.
But then your eyes met mine, a whiskey sunrise, a perfect sign.
Oh, this Rust Belt heartbreak. Yeah, this Rust Belt heartbreak. Tearing me down, building me up, for goodness sake, this Rust Belt heartbreak. Oh, this Rust Belt heartbreak. Breaking the mold for love's sweet sake. You were pouring cheap wine in a jar with my name, bare feet on my dash. Well, I can never be tamed. July wind in your hair, sunburn on my arm. You were laughing too loud, I was falling too hard. I took the long way down that back road to your heart, through every wrong turn, slow burn every stop and start. I drove through heartbreak, heartache, chasing every star, but all those small town miles just led me back road to your heart. Saws fighting at night. You said, boy, you don't listen, you just think you're right. Slam the door, truck in gear, dust cloud in my mirror. Put your jacket on my seat to make it feel too near. I took the long way down that back road to your heart, through every wrong turn, slow burn every stop and start. I drove through heartbreak, heartache, chasing every star, but all those small town miles just led me backward to your Met a girl in the city, high heels, high rise. She talked about money, never firefight. I missed your porch light, I missed that cracked swing, how you'd hum old hymns more out of tune than me. Tried to outrun your memory, burning through the gasoline, but every highway exit sign spelled out your name to me. I took the long way down that back road to your heart, through every wrong turn, slow burn every stop and start. Filled right through heartbreak, heartache, turn them into art, 'cause every mile that scares us just stitches us in the dark. Back road to your heart. So here's my last take, here's my last chance, pulling into your driveway. Asked her for their dates, you smile, say, took you long enough. Then you climb into my arms. Guess I was always getting back road to your heart. Yeah, back road to your You pouring coffee at the Flying J, name on your tax said ain't your rate. You laughed when I asked if you believed in fate, said only when it shows up early, never late. Boots on towel, rain on the diesel tanks, your hair tucked up in that ball cat. Thanks for the extra cream and the second glance, for the quiet maybe in a stranger's chance. You're the back roads of my heart, girl, the long way home. I always take every mile, every fence line, every wrong turn that I've made leads me right back to your front porch, to your bare feet on that old pine floor. You're the back roads of my heart, girl. I ain't searching anymore. First date Friday at the county fair, you said I hate crowds, but you met me there. Grease on our fingers from a paper plate, you stole my fries, said boy you're late. Ferris wheel shaking when it reached the top, you grabbed my arm, said please don't stop. Your eyes found mine in the carnival light, I forgot every heartbreak I'd had that night. You're the back roads of my heart, girl, the long way home. I always take every mile, every fence line, every wrong turn that I made leads me right back to your front porch, to your bare feet on that old pine floor. You're the back roads of my heart, girl. I ain't searching anymore. Summer bled into September gold, truck bed blankets when the nights turn cold. You traced your name in the window fog, said promise me we won't get lost in the fog. I showed you the spot where the river bands, where Daddy used to fish with his old best friends. You listened quiet when my voice turned raw, then kissed the hurt out of every scar you saw. I'd been running from town to town, from one half smile to the some things you don't outrun, you let them in. You're the back roads of my heart, girl. The long way home I always take. Every mile, every fence line, every wrong turn that I make leads me right back to your front porch, to your bare feet on that old pine floor. You're the back roads of my heart, girl. I ain't searching anymore. We bought that house with the leaning shed, dealing paint in a rusted bed. You laughed, said Beatty is just like us, a little run down, but it's worth the trust. You planted roses by the mailbox post, hung our pictures where we needed them most, handwritten notes on the fridge door glass. Take the trash out and please let the small things pass. Love ain't fireworks in a summer sky, it's tissues in the sink and the reasons why you stay when the storms roll over the roof. It's saying I'm sorry before you have the proof. We fall like thunder on a Tuesday night. Just slam that door, I killed the light. I slipped sideways on the edge of the bed. Stubborn pride where your warmth once spread. Sun came up on a mess of pride. 2 bugs, 1 note on the counter side. You wrote, I'm still here, just had to breathe. I don't walk out on the love we Got the back roads of my heart, girl. The long way home I always take. Every mile, every fence line, every wrong turn that I make leads me right back to your front porch, to your bare feet on that old pine floor. You're the back roads. I ain't searching anymore.
Met you in a bar off Highway 9. You were laughing at the jukebox, skipping every line. Boot heel tapping, blue eye sharp. You drew your name in a ring on the bar. Said you look lost, but you look sure. I said I ain't cured, but I've seen worse. You stole my cap, said drive me home. That old Ford road like it wasn't alone. I got your back roads on my heart, got your lipstick in my truck. Every mile I drive from you, it just tightens up the clutch. You're the long way I keep taking, you're the song I can't restart. I got your back roads paved across my heart, yeah. Oh yeah. We threw that map out the window fast, followed fence posts, chasing cattle and grass. Radio buzzing some worn out tune, but you were humming something brand new. Dust in your hair, sun on your arm, bare feet up on my dashboard charm. You said, promise me just one thing, if this breaks we still let it sting. I got your back roads on my heart, got your laughter in my lungs. Every time I try to leave I my truck, said there's a job 3 counties away. Will you hate me if I can't stay? I clenched my jaw, tried to act tough, but every brave word just wasn't enough. You kissed my chin, missed my mouth, said if it's real, it'll find its route. Now it's coffee for one at that same old bar. Your laugh lives on in the corner by the jar. I talk too loud, so I don't think. I chew my pride like tobacco and drink. Folks say, son, let it go, but you're stitched in every shirt I own. You're the way my hand hangs on the wheel, that little pause before I peel. I drive past that job sign twice a week. Practice speeches I'll never speak. Baby, I'm better, I ain't so scared, but I turn around halfway there. I got your back roads on my heart, got your thunder in my chest. Every girl that learns my name just gets your second-hand best. You're the long way I keep taking, you're the scar dressed up as art. I got your back roads, winding through my heart, oh winding. Time moves on like a cattle train, new paint signs, same old rain. Heard you married some steady hand, a quiet guy, a safer plan. I ain't bitter, I ain't mad, just a little more like my old man. Talk big talk, sleep alone, leave the light on like you're coming home. If loving you was wrong, then wrong felt right. If losing you was mercy, why is it haunt my nights? If I had one more. You were standing by the snow cone sign, July sun in your hair, melting time. I was all dust boots and busted pride, a truck full of doubts trying hard to hide. You laughed at the stain on my old white tee, said that looks like trouble found a home in you and me. I said, girl, I'm a mess and a half, that's true. You said, good, I need a mess to see me through. Slow dance in a dirt road sky, head on my chest, stars in your eyes. Radio low, world driving by, but it all fades out when you pull me tight. If this is all I ever get from life, your hand in mine on a Tuesday night, I'll thank the Lord till the day I die for a slow, slow dance in a dirt road sky. First fight came on a cold fall day. You packed a bag, said, boy, I might just walk away. I watched your taillights shake my faith, sat in that driveway praying you'd hit the brakes. Phone lit up with your name half gone. You said, I'm at our spot, can we talk till dawn? I brought a blanket and a heart laid bare. You brought that stubborn hope, that crooked prayer. Slow dance in a dirt road sky, breath hanging wide, eyes red from crime. We argued soft, then we both went quiet. Then you leaned in close, said, baby, let's try it. If this is all I ever get from life, fighting and forgiving by truck bed light, I'll thank the Lord till the day I die for a slow, slow dance in a dirt road sky. We signed our names on a courthouse line. You wore boots under lace, I wore borrowed time. Your daddy shook my hand just once, said, son, don't you dare let this girl give up. Tiny kitchen with a leaking sink, bills stacking up faster than we could think. But you turned cheap wine into holy ground, bare feet, big grin, spinning me around. Slow dance in a dirt road sky, tile floor cold, but your love runs high. Ceiling fan hum
ever get from life. Your lipstick on my coffee side. I'll thank the Lord till the day I die for a slow, slow dance in a dirt road sky. Years slid by like rain down glass. Some dreams came, some dreams just passed. You wanted kids, I was scared to try. Said, what if I fail? You said, then we'll fly. First sun came in a midnight storm. You squeezed my hand till my faith felt torn. Doc held him up, I forgot my name, till you smiled, said, honey, he's got your ways. Slow dance in a dirt road sky. Hospital room, fluorescent light. We rocked that boy, sang off-key lines of every old hymn we could find. If this is all I ever get from life, your tired eyes and that baby's cry, I'll thank the Lord till the day I die for a slow, slow dance in a dirt road sky. Baseball games and broken bones, homework spread on the kitchen phone. You in sweats, hair pinned high, still the same girl from that county line. We missed some dates, we burned some toast. We kept on loving when we liked each other least and most. You'd fall asleep with the TV on, I'd mute the world just to hear you yawn. Tell me, how did a fool like me end up where your soft heart sleeps through every wrong turn, every lost sign? Somehow your hand kept finding. Met you by the ice machine, July heat, dust on my jeans. You lapped in my hometown shirt. Said, you boys ever leave this dirt? I said, sometimes I drive too far. Turn this county into my backyard. You hop right up in my truck, kicked off boots, said, turn it up. We got back road hearts on fire, old souls tangled in barbed wire, kissing like we're gonna disappear. Every mile pulling you near. You're my wow, my worn out tie, my church pew, my front porch choir. If this whole world goes dark tonight, we'll still burn. Burn. Back road hearts on fire. We skipped stones off the reservoir, shared secrets underneath the stars. You traced scars on my left arm, said, who hurt you? I won't, I swear. I told stories I never told about a ring and a promise gone cold. You just squeezed my calloused hand, said, boy, I ain't her, I understand. We got back road hearts on fire, old souls tangled in barbed wire, kissing like we're gonna disappear. Every mile pulling you near. You're my wow, my worn out tie, my church pew, my front porch choir. If this whole world goes dark tonight, we'll still burn. Burn. Back road hearts on fire. Your mama said I drove too fast. Your daddy swore we'd never last. I mowed his yard from June to fall. Now he calls me son in the church hall. We found a house with a crooked gate, leaky roof, but the bones were great. Painted rooms with a radio low, dancing barefoot on the plywood floor. Who knew hammer nails and grocery runs could feel like fireworks and smoking guns? Who knew Sunday bills and Monday chores could sound like you humming by the screen door? We got back road hearts on fire, old souls tangled in barbed wire, fighting over nothing, making up two cracked mugs, one coffee cup. You're my wow, my worn out tie, my storm sky, my small town choir. If this whole world goes dark tonight, we'll still burn. Burn. Back road hearts on fire. We learned love ain't all moonlight, it's morning breath and late night fights. You slamming doors, me cutting grass, Somehow shape the vows we made. Every silence, every shout teaches us what love's about. We got back road hearts on fire, old souls tangled in barbed wire, crying in the kitchen, holding on. One small flame till the dark is gone. You're my wild, my worn out tire, my rough edge and my tender wire. If this old world goes dark tonight, we'll still burn. Back road hearts on fire. Wrinkled hands on the same old hill, watching grandkids chase the light as the day runs out of skyway. You still steal all the covers, still roll your eyes at my jokes. Will we still dance slow in the hallway to songs only we know? If your memory ever fades, I retell every single day how you met me by that ice machine, how we turned this gravel into a dream. Oh yeah, we got back road hearts on fire, old souls tangled in barbed wire. From first hello to last goodbye, we'll ride it out, you and I. You're my wild, my worn out tire, my last match, my sweetest choir. If this whole world goes dark tonight, we'll still showed up late to your sister's wedding, hair pinned up with a pencil you found, boots in your hand, heels in your purse, laughing too loud, spinning around. You said these boots ain't even mine, I just kinda borrowed their shine. I thought if that's how you treat a living, how you gonna handle a heart like mine? But you took my hand like Sunday morning, soft and sure and a little shy. You said, I don't dance, but I'll try for you under those cheap string lights. Now every step's a small forever, every song keeps turning into one more try. I guess I was wrong about borrowed boots, 'cause you've been walking with me all this time. Summer rolled in on a rusted Chevy, you pulled up, radio stuck on one song, window stuck too, so you had to shout, get in, this drive won't be long. We got lost twice past Miller's pasture, gravel popping, fireflies in flight. You pointed out every house you wanted, I just watched your face in the porch light. You took my doubts like Sunday laundry, hung them out in the open sky. You said, let the wind say what it wants to, we just watch those minutes drive. Now every mile's a soft confession, every back road turns into a sign. Guess I was wrong about borrowed time, 'cause you make every second feel like mine. Your mama cried when the dog got older, you held her hand on the kitchen floor. I fixed first time too, but somehow you keep choosing this crooked road with all its signs. You keep showing up in borrowed boots, and somehow they fit just fine on you. So take my name like Sunday letters, written slow on a back porch line. You said I ain't perfect, but I'm trying. I said perfect never crossed my mind. Now every scar's a secret language, every laugh's a little proof we survive. Guess I was wrong about stories ending, 'cause ours keeps adding one more line. We got a place with a leaning mailbox, paint flakes off when the seasons change. You plant flowers in crooked circles, say I like 'em wild, can't keep 'em tame. There's a dent in the fridge from moving day where we dropped it and almost cried. Now it's our favorite stupid memory of how we learn as we collide. You take my days like Polaroids, baby, shaking color into every frame. You said we're gonna age, might as well enjoy it, laugh at each wrinkle, each middle name. Now every dish in the sink is a promise, every mess that we make feels like a sign. Guess I was wrong about picture perfect, I just want your chaos tangled with mine. Storm came through on a Monday evening, lightning walking across the field. Power went out, you found some candles, said guess our plans are kinda sealed. We played cards till the deck got tired, told old stories in that waxy glow. You traced a heart on the dusty table, whispered there's something you should know. You took my breath like sudden thunder, held it close and let it go slow. You said if you aim you out, don't dare enjoy it, laugh at each wrinkle, each middle name. Now every dish in the sink is a promise, every mess that we make feels like a sign. Guess I was wrong about picture perfect, I just want your chaos tangled with mine.
You rolled in late in that rusted Ford, dust on your boots on my front porch, coffee in your hand, half asleep. Said I didn't plan on falling this deep. You laughed it off, kicked at a stone, said guess I'm better when I'm not alone. I tried to speak but my tongue got tied, 'cause every road I'd run just stopped in your eyes. We're running on a half tank, full heart, windows down in the dark, singing every crooked mile into the stars. If the highway ends, we'll park on the shoulder of the sky. If it all falls apart, I still got your hand on my arm. Half tank, full heart. We got bills stacked up on the counter there. You're wearing my flannel, sitting in my chair, circling dates on a no-wall chart, talking about someday like it's not that far. You say love ain't magic, it's mud and rain, it's late night fights and staying anyway. I kiss your wrist where the paint's still wet from fixing this house we ain't finished yet. We're running on a half tank, full heart, windows down in the dark, singing every crooked mile into the stars. If the highway ends, we'll park on the shoulder of the sky. If it all falls apart, I still got your hand on my arm. Half tank, full heart, yeah. Your mama called, said she's doing fine, told you she can hear you in my laugh sometimes. Your daddy still checks on the weather up here, thinks that we're living off luck and beer. We miss
crowd in the kitchen, I hummed a tune. We danced between dishes and overdue cards. Your cheek on my chest, my fear in your arms. We're running on a half tank, full hard, windows down in the dark, singing every crooked mile into the stars. If the highway ends, we'll park on the shoulder of the sky. If it all falls apart, I still got your hand on my arm. Half tank, full heart, yeah, that's all we are. Maybe we don't get that big red barn, white fence, big dogs, 10-acre yard. Maybe our castle is this broke down yard, 2 long chairs and a sky full of sparks. Maybe forever is a borrowed truck, a Friday paycheck and a little luck. If I lose it all but I don't lose you, I'm rich in a way money can't undo. Oh yeah. There's a Polaroid stuck in the mirror frame. Your hair's all wild, we're both half insane. Caught in the rain by the county line. You wrote on the bottom, glad you're mine. We've changed our plans more than I can count. Dreams got smaller, love got loud. We don't say perfect, we say try. We don't say always, we say stand by. We're running on a half tank, full hard, windows down in the dark, singing every crooked mile into the stars. If the highway ends, we'll park on the shoulder of the sky. If it all falls apart, I still got your hand on my arm. Half tank, full heart. Someday we'll be gray on a Sunday swing, talking about the mess and the joy it brings. Your laugh will be softer, my back will be sore, but I'll still be reaching for you by the door. Kids all grown, chasing what they want. We'll sit in that quiet that used to haunt. You'll look at me with that same old spark, say, guess we did alright with this half tank heart. We're running on. We're running on. Dust motes dancing in the afternoon light through the kitchen window pane. Caught a glint off that old silver frame on the mantelpiece, just the same as it's been since you went away. A faded photograph crinkled at the edges shows a summer day. Sun on our young faces, a love so clear like water in the river. Now just a memory, a silent lonely shiver. Remember that old Ford, rust on the bumper. We drove it down to Miller's Creek. Felt like kings, no need to speak. Just the sound of the tires, a steady rhythm squeak, and your hand in mine so soft and weak. A faded photograph crinkled at the edges shows a summer day. Sun on our young faces, a love so clear like water in the river. Now just a memory, a silent lonely shiver. Said, boy, don't you rush it, but your laugh pulled me in.
like a moth to a flame, a sweet, sweet sin. Never thought our story would ever thin, or that joy would ever truly begin to end. A faded photograph, crinkled at the edges, shows a summer day. Sun on our young faces, a love so clear, like water in the river, now just a memory, a silent, lonely shiver. Dust motes dance in the window light across the worn out kitchen floor. Another Tuesday, another quiet night, just like 1,000 nights before. Fading photographs, memories turn to gray, like the old screen door slowly falling away. A love song played too soft, a whisper in the breeze, just fading photographs and bittersweet unease.
That rocker creaks by the empty heart, where we once dreamed of forevermore. Now just a silent, lonely path to a life that ain't ours anymore.
I trace the lines around your smile in that picture from '83. Fading photographs, memories turn to gray, like the old screen door slowly falling away. A love song played too soft, a whisper in the breeze, just fading photographs and bittersweet unease.
Where your mama's roses used to bloom, now just a tangle of forgotten seeds, lost in the encroaching gloom.